Hey, what's up guys? My name is Matt, or mcsportzhawk, and you might be wondering what the heck is this in the background. It's black and white, it's small. I'll get to that in a minute, but obviously, as the title says, this is how I got started, guys. I'm going to be doing it in two parts. This first part here is how I personally got started video gaming, what mcsportzhawk means, all that kind of stuff, my personal stuff. And then the second video will be tips and tricks, the how to be successful on YouTube, how I got started and how I got successful where I am today with 12,000 subs, and I thank you guys again for that. But I'll tell you guys what my personal tips and tricks are to get more popular on YouTube, I guess. But it's not all about that, but I'll do that next commentary. I'm just going to start off right now. This game is James Bond 007. If any of you guys know, there's a big movie series. It's 007 James Bond, obviously. You have to have heard of it. I personally love the movie series, but this game is 007 Nightfire. They had about five games in the series of James Bond. I have all 5 of them. And this is actually being played on GameCube. And if anybody knows what GameCube is, you can comment below. It's actually the old Nintendo. It's the one before the Nintendo Wii. It's GameCube. It's basically a cube, and you play games on it. It's very simple. I had that system. I also had an N64. But how I got started gaming is my uncle. My uncle, I'm not going to say his name. He probably won't be watching this video, but I don't want to disclose his name anyway. He came over one day when I was about 4 or 5, and yeah, that young, and he came over with, at that point I had N64, Nintendo 64. He came over with this blue cartridge. If you know what N64 is, they have like these little plastic cartridges, or like boxes almost, that you pop in the top, and that's how you play the game. That's the game. Wasn't a CD. Well, what happened was he came over, and he's like, "Hey Matt, I got this game called James Bond, you want to play it?" Now my parents were against it because it was a shooter game, obviously. It's shooting. James Bond. So he and I played that one-on-one, and it was the coolest thing ever. Obviously, it's not nearly as advanced as it is today. As you can see, this game is in black and white. I actually have it, when I play it, it's color. For some reason, my PVR did not want to record in color. And it was full screen on my screen, but it didn't record full screen either, so I don't know why. I'm truly sorry, guys. I hope you can bear with it. But I really wanted to put this gameplay in to show you guys. This is the first game, or one of the first games that I played. This really got me into video gaming. James Bond was how I got into video games, the very beginning. After that, I ended up buying a bunch of games for my GameCube. I had that Nintendo 64, but that wasn't really what got me into gaming. That was just, you know, some side thing, kind of like a sport that I don't play anymore. I played it then, but it wasn't really that important. But what got me into video games was GameCube, and especially this game. What we would do is we'd do capture the flag, as you can see here. My brother and I are playing. I'm on top, he is on bottom. And he's on Team Phoenix, and I'm Team, I forget what they're called. The good team, anyway, with James Bond on it, obviously, the blue team. And what we would do is we'd have 4 people, because that's all you could play at once. We'd do 4-player split screen. I'd have my friend Alex and his brother Steven, and myself and my brother Mike. And it would always be Alex and I versus Steven and Mike. Steven and Mike were always the bad guys. Alex and I were always the good guys. And we just play for hours and hours on this. And that is ultimately how I started gaming. It was so much fun. That's back when I didn't even know about YouTube. YouTube hadn't even started, I don't think. It started in 2005, so I don't think YouTube had started then. Obviously, nobody was posting gameplay. I had no idea this was going on. But that's what we did for most of the time. This was the game to play. We also played other games like Super Monkey Ball, if you ever heard of that. I actually have a gameplay of that. We did some live gameplay before. I'll have that going up later. That's an awesome game. It's Monkey Ball. I know it's kind of femmy, I guess you could say, but it was just a fun game. Like, solid fun with friends. That's what it was all about. Anything that was team-based, that you could be like, oh, I almost got him, you know, like action-packed, just like this. This is a lot slower than Call of Duty, obviously, but it's still a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool things. As you can see, Michael just threw his hat there. Oddjob has a hat where you can throw it, only that character, and it kills them if it hits the other guy, and it's like heat-seeking. It finds the guys, so I'm going to do some gameplays of these if you guys want to see them. I personally love this game. I don't know if you guys are finding this too interesting or not. Hopefully you are, but this is really good old times to me. This is bringing back childhood memories, to be honest. I had a blast playing this today. I love the sniping. I was trying to do some quick scoping. It didn't work so well. But yeah. And then another thing I wanted to talk about is mcsportzhawk, how that all started. Well, I didn't initially have that name for gaming. It was for my AIM account. If you guys know what AIM is, it's instant messaging. Back when instant messaging was really big, I don't use AIM anymore, but I did. I used to talk to my girlfriend on AIM all the time, so I had to make an AIM account, and I couldn't think of a name for my username. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, alright, I like sports, so we'll add sports in there. My favorite animal is the eagle or a hawk, so I figured I'd put the hawk in there. And then the MC, I always loved this one song by MC Hammer, Can't Touch This, because my one of my good old friends, Devin, he got me, he told me about that song anyway. And I just loved that song, and I would always dance to it, so I'm like, alright, MC Hammer, so it became MC Sports Hawk. And that's ultimately how I got the name. That was my AIM account, and I guess my first YouTube account was the same as my AIM. I didn't know what else to put. So that's how I got my MC Sports Hawk name, guys. I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to continue. Maybe I'll even do 3 parts. So keep watching. Love you guys all. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.